Right. Blessings, blessings. I know you guys gonna pop in sooner or later. All right, guys, we're gonna be taking a ride. Welcome, welcome to my platform. My name is Lady Lashley, and I am alternative real estate investor. So today, what we're gonna be doing is doing our pre-real estate investment due diligence. We're gonna be looking at a few houses that's on the Clayton County tax lien sale list this week, and then we're also going to be looking at some houses that's on the sheriff list. Hold on one second. Let's see what happened. I'm doing some pre-recording here. Shout out to everybody here. So we're making a video. We had everything perfect just now, and then the camera shut off. Let's see why. All right, y'all. Give me a second. I have all my cameras set up properly. Trying to see why. Okay, did it stop? Okay, I hope it's recording. So I'm going to give you time to get in, guys, and we're going to talk about it. So today, what we're going to be doing is looking at some properties that's on the tax lien list. Now, I believe these properties are actually land because of the value. We're going to talk about that in our post live or pre-live. It depends on what I do when I edit this video, but we will be talking about the properties that we are going to look at. So we're going to start by going to Clayton County's municipal building. Let's start there. So we're going to take a ride to Clayton County's municipal building. Um, I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope we get some people starting to tune in. Again, thank you so much for being here, popping your head in. And yeah, I'm not used to having so many cameras on me, so please bear witness that I will be focusing on the road. Okay, so let's go. How you guys are doing? If you don't know who I am, my name is Lady Lashley. How you doing? We just having a today, so y'all will be seeing of this video where we're going to capture clips of Georgia, the Clayton County area, as well as we're going to be looking at some properties that's on the tax lien list. Hold on one second. My side camera was a little crooked. I want to get some great views. I want you guys to see the houses here. Y'all want to see my setup? All right, I got my setup. We doing what we do because we're trying to get. This is a pre-live to a video that y'all be seeing. So I have everything set up so y'all definitely get a beautiful look. I'm just giving y'all a sneak peek. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, if you can hear me, please put a one in the chat because I have my microphone on. Go ahead. So let's get on the road. It took me a little while to set up. I'm here. Blessings. I will not be, looking at the comments right now. If y'all stay with me while I get out. But let's just do our first stop. Y'all want to ride with me for the first half an hour of our recording? Y'all ever been with a content creator getting content? Hey, this is what we do. So I have my camera set up. I think by next week you're gonna have some beautiful shots of Georgia. We're headed to Clayton County area, and if you just tuned in, today we're doing our due diligence. We don't just go to sheriff sales, tax lien sales, things like that, and just show up and bid. No, we do our due diligence. We're in the area, we're in the county, we're going. Ooh, let's get that rearview mirror to go. We're going to the area, check the area out, see if it's actually a house there. Which in today's situation, I think the house what we're going to be looking at some of the things that's on the tax lien list, I think they are land. Now, if you don't know, I love land, so I am the one that is like excited right now because when you have land, you can do a lot. You can hold it, you can build on it, you can see if you do an easement on it, you know, rent it out to someone. You can do so much with land. I like land because it's flexible and because I don't have to deal with tenants. Does that make sense? I mean, that's just me as a real estate investor right now where I'm at. I don't want to have to deal with tenants. Hope you guys can hear me. You can hear me. Hopefully you guys can hear me because I can't check to see because I'm streaming right now. So you can hear me. Thank you. Someone hit the like button, so obviously you guys can hear me. So again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Lady Lashley, and I am headed to Clayton County Municipal Building. So we're going to do our first take there, where we're going to talk to the audience. I'm going to get some clips there. You guys get to see what Clayton County Municipal Building looks like from the outside and where they actually hold the tax lien sale. Now, if y'all are from Georgia or you're not, or if you, how can I say, you invest in alternative real estate, you know that when you see them at the county court steps, at the it's not always just a tax lien auction. It's sometimes foreclosure. It's sometimes a sheriff's sale. It just depends. And what that goes to say, you want to be well-rounded of what's the procedures, how to enter them, and do what I do, your due diligence. Go see the properties before the tax lien sale. Now, the tax lien sale in Georgia is actually the first Tuesday of the month. So we missed the one for November. We have another one for December. But I think that these properties, the list that I have is the post list, which is a week or so post, so they usually start getting the next list together. And I think this is the list that may, how can I say, mutate over the next couple of weeks, because it has a lot of land. And sometimes people are not interested in land like me. So today, I think what we're going to be looking at, the 5 properties are land, and these are redeemable properties. These are redeemable tax liens. Let's say that. Let me clarify, okay? When I make my video, it's going to be edited out. We just raw, we just driving. But it's going to, these are redeemable. What does that mean? If you're a tax lien investor, you have an option to invest in property that you know is going to redeem, or you have an option to invest in property that you know you're going to get. What does that mean? Redeem is that the homeowner is going to pay. Okay, and if you do your research in some particular areas, homeowners are, how can I say, in certain areas they pay their taxes. They'll probably be on the tax lien list for a little while, but they pay taxes. Like in Florida, Jersey is a place where you'll find a few places on the list to the last minute, and then they pay their taxes. But there's some that just sits on the list. So I show you how to identify these particular properties, and they're properties that you know you're going to get your interest back. Like, that's how I started. I'm just being honest. I started investing in tax lien. When I first started, I said, oh no, I'm not going to just try to get me a house. I don't know how this process totally works, but let me see, can I do something over the counter and I can get my interest back? What does that mean? So I located properties on the list that has certain qualities. And I said, okay, this looks familiar. This looks familiar. Excuse me, the shaking. It looks familiar. My other camera's not shaking. It's going to be nice and straight. Um, I don't want to give y'all all of the hints, but there is a way that you can figure out if you're going to get your money back or if you're going to be able to redeem the property. And that's literally what I teach you. So the properties that we're going to see today, because I'm not going to give y'all everything like I usually do. The properties that we're going to see today, I believe, are redeemable properties. And I'm going to give you a lot of hints on why when we get to the place. But as you know, we're going to Clayton County Municipal Building so we could get our first shot as a content creator, because that's what we're doing. We're creating a video for you guys too. Got 2 things in store for you. We're going to build this channel back up. I want to say thank you for stopping by, saying hi to me, checking on me, hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing. I'm glad that you stopped by. So, you want to talk about it a little bit? Let's chit chat on the way. Let me tell you guys what I do before I invest. I keep saying due diligence. Well, the first thing I do, if I'm going to invest in a tax lien or a deed, I usually look up the information 3 weeks before the sale. That's because I'm pretty well rounded on researching, but I do advise you guys to do case studies. Watch some of the videos that I have here. I have videos breaking down mostly every state in United States, and you can take it upon yourself to look at the research method I showed you in the video, and then just see when the next tax lien sale, and get information and do your due diligence. This is when I say do a case study. That's what I did, because I don't like to lose. So I was like, let me try this. So I researched about the house, what was on the list. I did my due diligence as though I was going to go to the particular sale, but I did not. But I was able to basically craft my practice of knowing how to find all the information I needed about the property, which is you want to review the history of the deed. You want to know where to look for that. You also want to review about liens to see if it's liens located on the property, because that's going to tell you who you have to get in contact with. That's going to tell you if you possibly have an IRS lien. I teach you how to do that. I teach you how to do your due diligence to see if you have an IRS lien. And these are some of the things you want to look at before you even go to the tax lien sale. The reason why, because you want to know what pitfalls may come up. You want to know what may happen. Does that make sense? What to look forward to. Also, you want to craft your budget to maybe some of the hiccups, some of the things that may happen. Hold on one second. I want to make sure that I think. Oh, all right, guys. So we're about to turn this camera. Hold on, right here. So I can face here, so we can get a good look. Okay. And we'll be able to slow that down. Hold on, guys. I want to make sure I got my Wi-Fi on and everything. Everything is nice. We're headed to Clayton County. I don't know if you guys can see me, because I got off the screen. All right, we headed to Clayton County. I just had to turn my screen around because I want to get a lot of good road shots for you guys. I pray that that side camera is working. That's all I'm saying. I'm praying. Um, So anyway, so like I said, I do my due diligence as far as looking for IRS liens. I look for liens in the UCC. If y'all know what that is, that's where debtors find out if creditors have liens against them. So that's something else that I teach. And you can do that literally in 4 hours on 4 houses, 4 different properties. And then, I look a little bit deeper. I start looking into the homeowner, to see if that homeowner has any pending litigation such as divorce, such as also I look to see if they have wills, pending wills, heirs. Yes, I teach you how to do all of that. See, what I do in this real estate game, I like to teach. So I teach you how to do your due diligence. I don't just, say, hey, this is how you do a foreclosure sale. I literally give that out for free. I can tell you the whole method of where to go, who to get in contact with, the different ways that you just get started. But my main goal is, what time is it? 2:30. Let's slow down. What time is it? Because I am not getting the ticket out here. It's 1:30. Okay. I be nervous. I'm gonna drive a little. I be nervous. They be trying to give us tickets out here. All right. So when you're looking, you look deep enough to try to mitigate your risk factors. This is before you even go outside right now. And before you do what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm doing. This is what we're doing. We're driving, headed to Clayton County Magistrate Court, where we're going to get our first few shots for our video. And then we're going to head to 4 or 5 different potential investments that we're looking to invest in Clayton County. And that's what we want to show you. The importance of getting out and doing your due diligence. I push in my program that you guys can do everything online, but I also say get out, go see the house, go make sure that this is a standing property that is not condemned. You know, there's things that you would be able to do with this particular property. Does that make sense? Um, And sometimes you can't see that when you're online. So I want you guys to know that there are risk factors when investing in foreclosure, sheriff sales, tax lien sales, things like that. And that's why I push so much for you guys to do your due diligence. And that's where we come in. So I pray that we have service. If we don't, I'm going to, you know, hook some stuff up, make it happen. I'm going to pull over for 1 second just to see how everything is going out here. All right, I see one person because sometimes my servers go in and out, so I'm not sure if I'm streaming, but I'm just doing a test stream. Oh, that's was. It was messing up. Well, I got it right now. I got it connected to Wi-Fi, so hopefully it won't mess up as much. Okay, yeah, I hear my echo. Okay, let's get back to making sure I'm streaming correctly. Okay. All right, because I'm streaming, y'all. So I'm sorry to Wi-Fi. So hopefully you guys will be able to catch up. If not, we can put it on rewind. Y'all want me to start talking about it again? We still have like a 20-minute ride. We are headed to Clayton County Magistrate Court. We're going to be getting some clips. I want you guys to see the area of where um, you will be bidding for tax liens, for sheriff sale properties, as well as sometimes deeds, depending on what state you're in. Okay. And there goes to say, again, let's get back to this due diligence thing. So I told you to look for liens, encumbrance, things like that. And those liens and encumbrance uh, can come from bills, can come from divorce proceedings, other property liens, or other things that has been put on the house. And we want to show you how to do that. There's two ways that you look at it. Some of them are in public records, and some of them is in the UCC filing. So we teach you that. That's the importance of doing your due diligence. So after I do that, like if I had these 5 properties that we're going to look at today, I'll look at all of that, and then I'll go to see can I find IRS liens, because as you guys know, if you don't know, I stress, if the property has an IRS lien, do not invest unless you have the money to clear the IRS lien. Being a tax lien investor, we are first in line behind the IRS, meaning if there's any liens on a property, we have a higher priority, meaning they have to pay us except for the IRS. So as a tax lien investor, because of the way that the laws is written up, it allow us to push the other creditors off and make them go another route to go after the homeowner. And that is even if a mortgage is still attached. But usually a mortgage should not be attached to a tax lien, because if it is, that means that the mortgage company should have paid for it. They're going to pay the taxes. There's no that a mortgage company going to let a property go through for someone who didn't defaulted on their mortgage and then let the taxes go. That's just not going to happen, guys. So, but if that do happen, you guys can contact the mortgage company, let them know, hey, you slipped up. I got the lien. You're either going to pay me that and my interest to get this property back, or I'm going. If it's time, I'm going to move forward to transfer the property in my name. Does that make sense? So I just dropped a little dime on you guys. That's why I love tax lien. Over deeds is something different, totally different. If you're investing in deeds, you don't have that same authority because laws are different. That's why I teach people to look up laws. The laws are different. So with a deed, the legal stance that you're in, you cannot beat the, should not be that many creditors on there because they should have been aware that this property was going to be coming up for auction sale, especially when it comes to a deed. It takes about 2 to 3 years for a deed to even advance to a deed. Does that make sense? I think we're in a low service area, but we're okay. We'll get back to it. There we go. Good. Gotta stay straight. So y'all. All right. Hopefully that, we're getting some good shots based on what I can get. I'm praying that both of my cameras are working right. I know that my service is going in and out on my phone, but that goes to say, I think I shared a little bit with you guys as far as what to do when you're starting to do your due diligence. That is, do what I'm doing. Head to go see the properties. We're going to be putting a video together to show you the properties, or the properties that, are on the tax lien list in Clayton County. That's what we're doing today. And we're going to show you a little bit of doing a research. So it's going to be like a 2-part video that you see come up after this on this particular channel. And we're going to show you how to do your due diligence in real time. We're going to drop some dimes on you. We're in Clayton County, guys. Check it out. I'm driving really slow. It's going to be school time, guys. This is the first time that I have, streamed to this extent as far as getting so many different clips. I'm working on enhancing my creative abilities and editing skills, guys. Clayton County is beautiful, a lot of trees. So this is why we're having so many angles. I'm hoping we got service. Yes, probably don't. Probably don't. If not, I want to say thank you guys for stopping by. I just wanted to let you know that you guys, will be expecting a video from me. Okay, service on. Okay. Y'all be expecting a video from me. My browser was lost. Come on. There we go. There we go. And that video is going to show the clips that we got today. Pretty much, we're going to be headed to Clayton County Court. We're going to be looking at 5 properties. Again, I'm going to show you within this video how to do your due diligence. And with that being said, I think that's all I got for you right now. We will possibly be live on other platforms because I am working to get myself in the algorithm with my platforms again, because I have not been very active, but we're back on it. I want to say thank you so much for just stopping by. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lady Lashley. Please look at the playlist. We have a lot to share with you. It's all about you being safe. It's all about you guys getting into the real estate sector. Many people are locked out of the real estate sector because of inflation, because of work related issues, being let go. And during the COVID, a lot of people actually, left careers and transferred to other careers. So it kind of pushed you out the box for conventional loans. But this is why we do alternative real estate investment education here. So you can make sure that you can get into the market, because and us as the middle class are able to get a grip on real estate economy, because it's economy, it's inflation, because It's literally just the big guys that are controlling how much inflation is, how much the market value for homes, and we're just sitting here being subjected to it because we're locked out. So my goal is to get you guys in, get in there, do alternative real estate investment. So thank you for bearing with this live because I know it was hard. Hopefully it's nice at the end. Hit the replay and hit the like button. With that goes to say thank you, Kira, for subscribing and joining the Primetime Home Buyers Fam.